not catchable.
It skipped on the ground. It wasn't even close.
That flag has to get waved.
Holding.
Holding against Mount SAC. The penalties are killing the Mounties. And now that probably changes the play calling. On the 2-point conversion, it's moved now to the Mountie 1.5-yard line. Power package will come in for RCC. They're probably going to run it. Mounties will make some substitutions themselves. The officiating has been as spotty as ever here in this fourth quarter. Mounties are having all types of trouble substituting their defensive guys. And now whistles blow.
Coach Jabs wanted a timeout.
That's his final one of this game with 6:39 left to go. If they can get this stopped, they'll still lead by 2, but still plenty of time left for Riverside to come on back and kick a field goal to win.
You know, it's part of the game. You roll with the punches, and right now it's keeping a cool head for the Mounties, as this game should not be this close
at all
after that Foster touchdown run, but it is what it is, and it's this close, and I'm interested to see how the Mounties respond. Both sides of the ball here on this big 2-point conversion opportunity, a gift for RCC if they can convert, but we'll see how Allo responds to it. We'll see how Tolbert responds to it. Gilchrist, Antoine Anderson, all of those guys on the offensive ball for the Mounties. After this play is all said and done, with plenty of time left to go here in the fourth quarter at Willock Stadium, see nothing but a tight game the rest of the way.
Tigers will come out in the Wildcat formation. Neil Tamieto is lined up as the QB. Foster will get the snap. He'll try to find his way in. He did not get in. The Mounties stop him. Denzel Foster on the Wildcat is stopped short of the goal line. And for now, with 6:39 left to go, the Mounties will cling on to that 2-point lead, 24-22.
What else does the defense have to do in this game to keep them in the game? They've been nothing but phenomenal. It may sound redundant right now because we're in the fourth quarter, but they have been nothing but brilliant every single play of this game. And right there shows you how much they don't want that to happen as far as a 2-point conversion from RCC, and the defense holding big here with 6:39 left to go in the fourth quarter.
And now if you're Mount SAC, you cannot turn over the football. And you'd probably like to not only get down for another score, make it a 2-possession game again, but you'd like to run as much clock as you can. Jimmy Camacho, who's been booming them all night long to kick off for the Tigers. 6:39 left to go. And this one he'll boom deep back into the end zone. And Aaron Vaughns will, for whatever reason, decide to take it out. That's not a good decision. He's tackled at his own 11. The mental mistakes and just the mistakes overall continue to pile up for the Mounties here in this fourth quarter. And I'm starting to get ugly shades of that Long Beach City College game.
Well, this is why I said I want to see how they respond, because from here on out, with 6.5 just about left to go in the fourth quarter, it is a mental game. Yes, you guys have the lead, but it has to go up here, up top, mentally, if they have the right attitude to produce to finish off this game.
And Aaron Vaughns essentially lost 14 yards on that kick return. If he would have just taken a kneel in the end zone, Mounties would have started at their own 25. Instead, they started at their own 11, handoff Tolbert, and Tolbert spun back after a pickup of 2. And Coach Jastrab is livid over there on that Mountie sideline.
He took his hat off before that timeout was called.
He's taking his hat off a lot here in this fourth quarter.
You know, 100 wins doesn't come easy by any means, and this one
this one might be the most difficult.
That is for sure.
Back in 2009, a 7-6 state and national champion win against San Mateo, and in 2010, the state and national champion win against San Francisco, 34-7. This one not as easy. 2nd and 8 for the Mounties. 3 wide set. Allo. He'll drop back to pass, face some pressure, fire, and the pass is caught over the middle by Steven Short, the tight end, but only a pickup of 1. And now a 3rd down for the Mounties. And how big of a stop would it be if Riverside can force the Mounties on a 3-and-out here?
It would be a huge swing of momentum, that's for sure. Big play here for the Mounties on 3rd and 7.
They always seem to come down to the wire between Mount Sac and Riverside here in the jungle, as they like to call it. Last year, the Mounties lost 33-30. And a few years back, they lost 29-26. On a 3rd and 6, 4 wide set. Allo will drop back to throw. Pressured in the backfield, he's going down. Back at his own 5. For the Tigers, it was Miki Fangatua, the 6'1", 280 sophomore D lineman out of Baldwin on the island of Maui in Hawaii.
There's a Mountie down on the field, Chris. As we're looking to see.
We're looking to see who exactly that Mountie is. Looks like one of the big offensive linemen. It might be Steven Short. Can't see a jersey number right now. It is not Steven Short. For the Mounties, it's number 51, Sapule Ta'amio, the 6'3", 285 freshman out of Vista Murrieta, who was battling a knee injury in practice this week, was limited during the week, and
might have got tweaked
perhaps
there.
re-aggravating it right there. All the momentum is in the favor of the Riverside Tigers as Termel stands at his own 50 to receive this punt from Christian Fulham, who's going to punt it about 7 yards deep in his own end zone. Snap is back. Fulham will get it off. High end-over-end kick and a fair catch called for and made at the Mountie 45-yard line. The Mounties are clinging to a 24-22 lead with 4:46 left to go, but it doesn't feel that way.
I feel like the defense is going to come up with something big right here. A turnover.
Brian, I hope you're right. Brian, I'm going to buy you a steak dinner after this one if you're right.
I feel like they're just itching to really just snag this win out of Wheelock Stadium.
This is the biggest offensive possession of the night for RCC, and it has to be the biggest defensive stand of the season for the Mount Sac Mounties, or else they're probably done. Their playoff hopes probably gone. 1st and 10. Handoff. Foster. No, it's a fake. King gets inside the 40 down to the 39 for a pickup of 6. And Jimmy Camacho has a very strong leg. You don't have to go very much further to get in his field goal range. A field goal would put the Tigers up by 1.
Time of the essence now with under 4.5 left to go here in the 4th.
From the Mountie 39.
No timeouts left for Mount Sac.
We were hoping it wouldn't cost them, and it just might. Flag flies in, and it'll be a false start against Riverside to push them back to their own 45-yard line. So the Mounties, who have been wrapping presents and giving them to Riverside this entire 4th quarter, finally Riverside gives one back on that false start. It'll bring up a 2nd and 10. .4:12 and running. Left to go in regulation. 24-22 Mount Sac. King drops back to pass. Fires over the middle, and it's nearly picked off. In and out of the hands of number 7 for Riverside, Darius Hunter.
Tight coverage there by the Mountie defense. Knocking the ball to the ground, making sure there's nowhere near a catch.
3rd and 10. Mounties looking for their biggest stop of the year. The Mountie crowd on the far sideline, they'll come to their feet. 4 wide set. Snap is back. King will run behind Foster, and he'll pick up a 1st down inside the 35. So Nicholas King, he hasn't been able to do it with his arm tonight, but he does it with his legs there. And it looks like he'll pick up a 1st down for RCC. We might have a measurement here. It was awfully close.
And he is limping pretty heavily here, and that's probably why King came back into the game, not because he's limping, but because he's so versatile on that 1st down pickup and that last carry by King.
It certainly looked like a pickup of 1st down.
And they're telling him officially, they haven't signaled yet, and it looks like they're at a measure.
It's right around that 1st down marker. It looked like he got it.
But I was saying, Chris, King is such a versatile player on his feet. Well, with Helinski in there, I don't know if he would have got the 1st down for the Tigers on that play.
I don't think so. That's why the Tigers at this point in the season, have elected to go with Nicholas King. The officials are meeting up right around that first down marker to determine what, in fact, the call is. Might Riverside be a couple of centimeters short? They're going to measure here. I really do think they got it from the naked eye. And they did. Just got the nose of the football across the first down marker. 3:58 left to go. The Mounties up by 2, 24-22. You're about 5 yards away from the field goal range of your kicker, Jimmy Camacho. 1st and 10 for RCC. At the Mount Sac 35.
In the red zone for the Mounties. They've been great all night long. Let's see if they can hold yet another, what seems to be a possible red zone drive here coming up shortly.
Brian, I just think back to the pick six, not only in the second quarter, but the one that Allo threw inside the Riverside 25, and Tolbert's fumbled down at the 1. They could certainly use all those points up on the scoreboard right now. And if the Mounties do, in fact, lose this game and, let's face it, lose the season, you'd have to look back at those plays and just shake your head in sheer disappointment. 1st and 10 at the 35. Mounties jumped off sides. And now they'll probably put Camacho in field goal range down at the 30-yard line, if in fact it is an offside penalty against the Mounties, which it looks like it is. You never do know, though, until we get the call. Yep, offsides against Mount Sac. Move it down to the 30. 1st and 5 for RCC. The penalties just continue to pile up for the Mounties here in this fourth quarter meltdown. 4 wide set, the lone back Foster on a 1st and 5. King will hand off to Foster, and Foster up the middle to get back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. And that clock will keep on running under 3.5 now left to go. Mounties up by 2, but RCC on the move, looking to go ahead with a field goal at the very least.
I think they have 2 timeouts left, Chris, too.
They do. 2nd and 5. King pressured, gonna go deep. No one's even in the vicinity of the football. Incomplete. It'll bring up a 3rd and 5. The Mounties are begging for a flag.
Coach Jabs on the field right now,
looking that hat off once again.
Some late extracurricular activity after a bump on one of his defensive players there, really asking for a flag, but unfortunately did not get it. I didn't see too much contact there, though.
The officiating has been spotty in this one, to say the least. 3rd and 5 for RCC at the Mount Sac 30. 3:06 left to go, 24-22 Mount Sac. The snap is back. King looks to throw, has a man wide open. That's a first down for RCC down inside the 25 to the 23. And it was Michael Stallone on the reception to move the chains.
This is tough right now for Mount Sac. It is gut check time, and make sure they're playing with the lead here, so a lot of mental.
You can still force a turnover.
Yeah, still a lot of mental. I want a steak dinner.
I'll get you more than just that.
Baked potato?
Baked potato, sour cream. 1st and 10. King pressured. King gets it off momentarily, and he'll throw this one out of bounds. Incomplete. Now the Mounties want an intentional grounding penalty, but he was outside the tackle box. Jastrab livid once again over there on the sideline.
Darius McKinney, the 5'10", 195 sophomore out of Pomona, P-Town. Great pressure on King on that last rush to the quarterback.
Mounties, who came into the game leading the state in sacks, they haven't gotten to King once for a sack tonight.
That is the only thing the defense hasn't done in this game.
I'd love to see him get one right here on a 2nd and 10. Mounties will bring the pressure. Pass to the near side of the field is caught for a pickup of 6 yards. And on the reception, it was Duran Burton, the 5'10 freshman out of Los Osos High School.
Rancho.
Clock will run under 2 minutes left to go after this snap, and it's a 3rd down and 6 for RCC at the 19. Even though RCC probably going to tack on a field goal here to take the lead, you want to get a stop here so you can stop the clock and give your offense some time to come on back. Handoff, Foster, he picked up the first down. 15-10-5, touchdown RCC. Shades of the Long Beach